friends, and welcome back to Coop. Coop is a place where we talk about travel, luxury, lifestyle, and everyday entertaining. Well, today, my friends, we are going on a little bit of a road trip. Kind of excited. I'm just wearing a simple outfit, wearing some blue denim knee shorts and a black button-down linen top, and accompanied by my pochette Matisse. And so we are just about headed out the door, and I'll talk to you a little bit when we get on the road. So my husband and I are riding down the road, and of course we are having a riveting conversation that I thought I would bring you all into. We are talking about career choices and things like that for young people and for people that are in their young adults and making their career choices and their first career choices. And so granted, I have to share, our child is not living, and so we have not had the pleasure of raising children. So we're not really coming at this from the perspective of parents, but we are talking about how parents can impose their wants and desires on their kids versus allowing their kids to make their own choices, for what they want to do as a career. And also, one of the points that I just brought up is I think that, young people should also start looking at emerging careers, things that are new. If you think about back 20 years ago, when everyone was so afraid of the internet and what does this mean and why do we have this, and it's going to take away so many jobs and it's going to be a problem. And now look at all the jobs it's created. And yes, it did take away jobs, but it created so many more new ones. So what do you think of that, about emerging careers?
I think you need to plan, if you're like 20 something, you need to look at doing something that's going to last you for 30 or 40 or 50 years that you really want to do, that you want to get up every morning and go face whatever problems and dilemmas and issues that come along with that particular field of endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
And as a 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old, you may not know anybody that can help guide you in that, but there's always people that are willing to help and talk to.
Right. And, I think the same is true of AI and how people are so resistant to that, but it's coming. And I think I know that I'm a bit of a futurist. People are like, oh, it's going to take away this type of job and that type of job. To that, I say, so what? It's going to create so many new jobs that we don't even have any idea about, or we haven't even heard of, that sort of thing. So I'm not afraid of emerging careers and new things that are coming. I think that often parents raise their kids for the era that they came up in. Think about, parents who might have raised their kids, to be blacksmiths, but factories were emerging. so that was the industrial age was coming, and that was the next step. And so I think parents are always a little step behind in their generation in raising their kids for what made sense for them coming up and not thinking about the future and what might exist then. Like, I've heard a lot of schools are cracking down on AI, and I don't know how I feel about that, because I do believe that when these young people begin their careers, AI is going to be very common. So why wouldn't we want them to use it now? What do you think?
Chat, I guess it's chat
Chat GPT, yeah.
They call it. If your child does not know how to write an essay, are you hurting that child? And on one hand, when I was in school, it was like, you need to learn how to solve quadratic equations and algebra and stuff like that from your head and not just use a calculator. But anybody knows as an engineer is now just using a computer to do all that stuff.
Exactly my point.
It helps to know how it works.
Right.
But you're probably not going to have to do it once you get out of school.
Exactly.
But if you're given a topic and you turn on ChatGPT and 20 minutes later you have an essay, do you know how to think? Do you know how to organize a paper?
I think you still know how to think, because you have to have a certain amount of understanding to be able to write an adequate prompt.
Okay.
So, there are new emerging careers such as prompt engineer. The more detailed and explicit that you make the prompt, the better the output of the AI generated text. And I also believe you have to credit, anytime you write anything, you have to credit any source or anything that you use. But I think that we get wrapped up sometimes in the wrong things because we had to do them. I think the calculator was a good example. I think that you should know and understand things in theory, but you should let technology help you do them. What's wrong with that?
But do you really understand? If you can't solve an equation, do you really understand how it works?
How to keep the human.
So we made it. And you're like, where are you? So I am in my other coop. You probably didn't know. Well, you'll know from the title of the video that I am in our farmhouse. And so, I'm just showing you a little bit of the background. I'll show you a little bit more. Yes, we have a farm. And this is our house on that farm. I am going to do a little tidying up because the last time my dear husband was here, I was not here. So there are a few things that are untidy. So I'm going to go around and do a little tidying up this morning.
Up and leave. Take a lot of courage just to live out your dreams. Bigger picture I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future fearlessly. Charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing. Travel the world, raise baby girls, bury my best friend. I'm manifesting.
I'm back now and I am dressed. The reason we are here is because Paul's aunt is turning, that's my husband, his aunt is turning 96 years old. And so we are here to celebrate her. And I just want to give you a look at what I'm wearing.
But not concerned, 'cause whatever happens, I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Living free. Wanna die when I'm 123. Really wish that all my heroes would notice me. been time. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. But even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. 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 Oh, more than good, kinda great. But even on the bad days, I thank God for making me.
So complimentary.
Such an attractive face.
Oh, thank you.
In those days, it was customary for girls to attend school until 8th grade. Then they stayed at home and helped take care of the household and the farm because her mom was sick with cancer.